I'm gonna show you how to make this archery range at your house for $500. This is our property here in Nashville. First thing you gotta do, you gotta lay out where the archery range is gonna be. So I chose 2 points in the back. You always wanna make the edges square, do the hypotenuse to find the 3rd corner, and then you find the 4th. I went ahead and I put every 10 feet one of these. This is where the 4x4 posts are gonna lay across here, and it's gonna make a nice little railing. So it's gonna make it look confined and purposeful. I'm gonna dig the other 2 holes, and then we can put our first board up. So now I'm starting to screw these railing into this post that we pounded in really deep. We're gonna do 1 at each seam and then tie them in at the ends, and that should keep them where we want them until we can put some mulch in here or grass, whatever we're gonna do. So now I'm drilling the post into side railing of our archery range, and this is just gonna keep it there, and so it doesn't get kicked over or moved later. Little trick when you're trying to keep these posts nice and level, straight up and down, is put 1 across the top and then 1 angled at a 45. What this is gonna do is it's gonna make sure these can't bend at all side to side. If you just did 1 that way and 1 that way, it still would be able to wiggle. You have to have it at a sloped angle, like a triangle, and then it can't budge. So I'm gonna leave that like that, and then I'll start putting on the backboards with it all level and use a level to make sure the backboard's going straight.
You gotta stand up and fight. Got to stand up. Don't say you down. You gotta stand up and fight. Oh, you got to stand
All right, so now that we have our layout, we also have the backboard up with all the rim boards. Now we're gonna put in the mulch. This is gonna keep it from getting all muddy and you can be more comfortable while shooting. What I'm doing right now is I'm getting the foam backing ready for the targets. If you go to the store, you'll find foam, but it's kind of expensive for what it is and it's not always the size you want. So instead of buying it and cutting it, I'm just gonna make forms to actually put the spray foam into so I can make it the exact size I want and the exact thickness, and then put the targets right on top of that against the back of our archery range. First thing I'm gonna do, I want mine to be 24 inch by 24 inch. So I'm gonna take and I'm gonna cut 2 at 24 inch. Now that I have 2 cut at 24 inch, I'm gonna cut 2 more, but I'm gonna take the width of 2 of these, which is 3 inches, and I'm gonna subtract that from 24. So I'm gonna cut 2 21-inch pieces so we can make a perfect square. I can now start to make our box. The little pieces go on the inside, and then the long pieces sandwich the little pieces together. And then I just need to put these into place and screw them in. Eyeball about 24 inch. We're gonna make a back for this form so that the spray foam doesn't stick to the piece of plywood we're gonna put on top, just to form it to that shape. And then we're gonna remove the plywood later, and then we'll be able to shoot into it. Now we just cover it, staples over here, pull it nice and snug. That's all right. So this is where the spray foam will be poured into. I'll cover it with another piece once it's sprayed. I'm using this big gap filler. I was hoping that it would expand more than the normal great stuff. So I'm building post for this. An easy way to do it would be to just cut this to size, dig a hole, and then put it in, bolt these in just like this. But I kind of want it to look a little bit more finished, higher end. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut with the saw a little groove within the wood and have two different sides and a top. So this will be locked inside of a board like that, and then put two stakes in the ground. I'm going based off this photo. What it looks like is about a foot off the ground. They have one post there of a 4x4 and one 4x4 there, and then 2x4 at the top and at the bottom. So I'm gonna make it look like it's inset, maybe about a 1/4 inch all the way around, and make it look framed in. So now, you can see, it slides in like that. We're gonna cut a groove here for the 2x4. It's gonna go across here, and then we're gonna mirror this with this piece at the top. Oh yeah, here's what we did. Cut a groove on this, cut a groove down this, all the way down that side. This is gonna match up. It's gonna go right there. Put two screws, and then we're gonna do another board right here, and that's gonna match up. Here we are, slides in. I wasn't super impressed with how this turned out. This is actually the front of the target. Sometimes you gotta test things. Doesn't always work out the way you want. It's fine, it's just the foam didn't expand as much as I wanted. I'm gonna use it for temporary. I'm gonna mount a little bracket.
I just got these at Walmart. They're just stencils, and then we're gonna spray paint it black.
All right guys, so that wraps it up. This is our new archery range. This is really fun to build, and it turned out awesome. So like, comment, and subscribe if you like this kind of content. We're gonna be doing more projects on this property. Follow along. Like, subscribe. That's it.